to Toffee TV's the instant match reaction. Everton 2, Sunderland 0. A pretty comfortable afternoon at Goodison Park for the Blues. Obviously, setting up in that formation that I don't like that much, but we got the 3 points thanks to a couple of top moments in the game, top individual moments as well. I thought we started quite well, actually. I thought we got to grips with the game pretty early. Good conditions for a game as well, considering the way the weather's been in the last few days, and we got straight into it. Created a couple of decent chances. Obviously, Lukaku had a good chance. Guy had a good chance earlier on as well. Sunderland came and did exactly what I thought they were going to do. I think a lot of people are expecting big scores today, but that's not Sunderland at the moment. They're a little bit more compact. They've got a few more better players in, playing in a very typical Moyes way. They just lack that little bit of class around the pitch. Obviously in Defoe, they've got that little bit extra. For me, they were looking to press high up the pitch, try and win fouls around the edge of the box, and try and get something from a set piece, or try and get Defoe one-on-one with against the defender. And I thought we dealt with it pretty well. I thought the referee did quite well today as well. He had a good think about things and let things carry on. And okay, there was individual moments, but he did okay as well. And I think he never fell for anything Sunderland were trying to get away with. We dominated the midfield. Sunderland, absolutely fantastic again in the centre midfield. Just the way he dictates the pace of the game, the way he. You see things, you think someone's got past him, and then he just gets one of those go gadget legs out, and he's winning the ball back, and his passing's crisp, it's sharp, he gets it to where it needs to be, and he keeps us ticking over. And in Garner as well today, I thought Garner was so much better than he was against Middlesbrough, back to the way he was before he went to the African nations. He'll have benefited from that couple of weeks and a week in Dubai, and he was so much better. And as I say, we had a couple of half chances. Luckman really should have done better, and it was only the fact the goalkeeper sort of spilt it and made it look like a better opportunity than it was. But the breakthrough, obviously on the 40th minute, fantastic ball by Tom Davies, sweeping it out. I don't know whether he got touch fortunate because of the wind, I don't know, but fantastic sweep and pass out to Coleman. Coleman obviously way up the pitch, as he always is. He plays a fantastic ball into Idrissa Gana Gueye. What a player, by the way. Fabulous player, by the way. And he smashed it into the roof of the net. And it's funny when you see some of the chances he's missed this season, what a finish that was. What we deserved to go into the second half leading. And to be honest, I think Ronald Koeman said this himself. I was just disappointed in the second half, to be honest. I was disappointed that we never went on and sort of killed the game off a lot earlier. We seemed to be playing within ourselves. There was very little tempo to the game. And we left the door slightly open for Sunderland, and they nearly took advantage of it. We had a few chances that we really should have wrapped up. We had a few opportunities where we overplayed and should have just been a little bit more simple. Again, as I say, I don't like playing four at the back. I understand that Sunderland drops in and sits in front of him and takes a lot of the ball. I just don't like Murray and Williams together at the back. They just have me on pins the entire game, and you just feel like an opportunity will fall to the opponents, and it nearly did. I mean, it was our corner. Murray's messing about with it, plays a pretty poor ball into Sneijden. Sneijden looks like it's a foul on him, and they get it out wide. The foul isolates. Coleman comes inside, smashes off the bar, and you think if they score there, it wouldn't have been deserved for a start, and that would have been the real punishment. But football is fine margins, and I think we just need to try and make sure that there aren't as many fine margins in games when we're dominating them. So that's the real gripe, that we should have got the game finished off a lot earlier. But they get a corner, Coleman heads it out, and you see Garner here, two moments. Garner doesn't give up on a ball and make sure he gets something on it. He keeps the ball in play, they get it, and then he wins it back again. And I think he gives it to Kevin Morales. Kevin Morales gives it to Rom. Rom's away down the right-hand side, cuts inside, finishes it off. Now, it's going to be interesting, this. He's equalled the record. Duncan Ferguson's Premier League record. But we'll have to wait and see if he's given the goal. Because if you go back and watch it, it doesn't ricochet once, it ricochets twice off. I think it's Brian Oviedo. It hits Oviedo and on one leg and then hits his other leg. So we'll have to wait and see whether they do actually give this goal to Rom. Because, I mean, at first look, and you're just thinking it takes a deflection. But it takes a double deflection. So does Oviedo deflect it away from goal and then back into goal? I mean, really, it should be Rom's goal. No issues. And then he equals the record, and I think he runs straight over to Duncan Ferguson, actually. And it was a brilliant moment. You know, he's capped the game off. He didn't look fit, Rom, I'll say that. He only run. I know people will say he only runs when he needs to run, but he only actually run when he needs it to run. He doesn't look fit. He doesn't look exactly right. You know, that calf injury, which he obviously stopped him going to Dubai. I mean, don't get me wrong, when you see him run flat out, but he only seemed to run when he needed to run today. So, yeah. So I really hope it is given to him, you know, because obviously there'll be a lot of fanfare. I mean, he'll break it anyway, regardless, but you just hope that they don't take that goal away from him. But as I say, overall, it was a decent performance. Just a few little things. I mean, Lookman's performance, unfortunately, playing in this position, he's asked to do a lot of defensive work, and they pinpointed him today. And you look at all the goal kicks, the goal he took, it was to that area where Lookman was, and they really did pinpoint and isolate him. And he just, I don't want to see him there. And that's, I want three at the back, because essentially what three at the back gives you that extra man who can play out at the back. Then your full-backs are pushed on all the way. I mean, Coleman plays that way anyway, but Baines curtails himself. And that's where they're the best. And if that happens, then we can have another centre-forward. And that's another thing that sort of annoyed me on today, is that we didn't go in with another centre-forward. We played with Ross and Tom Davies and Lookman sort of playing behind Rom. But it still leaves Rom isolated. And for me, it just doesn't... And it's annoying, because I know people will go, well, we've won the game, we've got another clean sheet. But it's those fine margins. If the foe puts that in with 10 minutes to go, it's 1-1 with 10 minutes, and then we start getting a bit nervy, and it's just those fine margins that we don't really need. I want to see, if Lookman's going to play, put him up front. Because you see when Morales came on, Morales just gave us a better shape and started defending in the right areas, because he's an experienced player, he knows what to do. Lookman's very raw, just come in from the Championship, and I just think putting him out there just makes his settling in time a little bit more difficult. You know, if Rom didn't look fit, so why isolate him? But I mean, they might be little minor gripes, but when we go and play Spurs next week, those things might start looking a little bit bigger, and that's what I'm saying. You want to make sure that we're at our best all the time, and for me, it's a 3-5-2 that makes us look our best. And I don't want to see us try and fit all these players into midfield. Just make the difficult decisions and say, leaving you out this week, Ross or Tom Davies or whoever, and just make the difficult decisions. But we got the 3 points. We grinded out in the end. We should have got more. Valencia got 1-on-1. He should have scored. It should have been a lot more comfortable than it was. But Sunderland made it difficult. As I said, I wasn't expecting us to be rampant today, because you never are against the David Moyes side, really. So we got the 3 points, 7th place. Still West Brom won again. So you know, still sort of looking over our shoulder. Hopefully, Man United will win tomorrow, so the Europa League spot drops to 6th, and then hopefully it drops to 7th, and then we can have a real go at it. But 3 points, that's all we can do, and I just hope that Rom gets given that goal. I really do. I really hope he does. Make sure to check out Baz's instant reaction and the player ratings. Make sure tomorrow, being Sunday, patreon.com/Toffee TV EFC for our exclusive bonus content, get on there, please. Get on there. And don't forget, if that's not your cup of tea, plenty of stuff on YouTube like this video. So don't be worrying that it's all just going to go over there. It's not. It's not. That's the extra stuff. The stuff you've been used to is basically staying on YouTube. So don't be worrying. But, you know, if you want the extra stuff, patreon.com/Toffee TV EFC. Check out the final word with me and Baz on Monday as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.